103 FM. It's 1 minute past 7, and welcome to the front page review of our daily newspaper. We'll bring this to you every weekday on this channel to discuss news making the rounds in Nigeria, giving you the headlines, and also get to analyze and discuss some of the issues in the news. Joining me today would be Rufai Oseni. He's going to be calling in later on the show to discuss some of the issues. And also, we'll be opening the phone lines for you to also contribute on the program. What's your take on some of the headlines and the stories making the rounds this morning? Remember, we're on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter at VOP903FM. We're also streaming live on YouTube at The Voice of the People. And you can also watch us on our website at www.voiceofthepeople.ng. We're there live and you can watch us. And we are broadcasting also from the Golden Tulip Essential Hotel, number 42, Moritulawe Mohammed International Airport Road. Now to the headlines this morning. On the front page review, I have the Punch newspaper with me, the Vanguard, the Daily Thrust, the Sun, This Day newspaper also, and our online news platform, the VONewsNG.com. So I have all these papers here with me, and let's look at some of the stories making the rounds this morning. My name is Mary Onaife Debbie. Now to the very first headline from the Punch this morning says, decision on Shetima final, says Tinubu's men. Federal government meets Ipman Morman fuel price hike imminent. Another one from the Punch, banks borrow 595.34 billion naira from CBN in 2 months. Throw in the towel, hand over to Oshibanjo. Northern Elders Forum hits Buhari. You could get the story on the Vanguard. Still on the Vanguard newspaper, I'm not leaving anything for my children to inherit, Buhari. Also from the Vanguard this morning, water resources bill. A federal government has ulterior motive, Ndukwa youth. Close ranks, work for PDP. Ekpe Young appeals to Wike others. The story is on the Vanguard this morning. Now let's move over to the Sun newspaper. Lagos flood kills 7. Auto crash claims 7 in Ondo. The flood situation in Lagos is very sad, as it has taken 7 lives. Now also on the Sun newspaper this morning, federal government to ASU. Buhari does not sign collective bargaining agreement. That is what the federal government has to say to ASU. You can get the full story on the Sun newspaper. And the Sun also says IGP bans spy vehicles, number plates, orders a seizure. And now let's thrust to the Daily Thrust this morning. Aregbe Shola catches immigration officer extorting passport applicants in Lagos. And another one also from the Daily Trust says demolition protesters barricade Oshu government house over non-payment of compensation. Okay, and now we'll move on to our online newspaper. Is VEONewsNG.com. We've got a VONewsNG.com. It says here, no Sharia law in Lagos. No Sharia law in Lagos. Another one from the VONewsNG.com says Kwankwaso Showore details missing on INEC portal. 3 days to deadline. Interesting. You'll get the full story on the VONewsNG.com. And finally this morning from This Day newspaper says Adamu, Christians have nothing to fear. Muslim ticket reflects Nigerians' reality. And that's the headlines this morning. That's the headlines from our end on Voice of the People. Now let's talk about the issues in the news this morning. I have with me here, I have joining me online, Rufai Oseni. Good morning to you.
Pleasure to have you. Bless you, Mary. Bless you.
Okay, thank you so much for joining me every morning. Now to the big story, the big one that everybody in the nation has been talking about is also the Muslim ticket. And yesterday, when I saw in the news what Senator Abdullahi Adamu said, the chairman of the APC, saying that the Muslim ticket stuff is an act of God, that it's a Nigerian's reality. It's an act of God. So we should take it because it's God's work. What do you have to say to that? How do you respond to an act of God?
Mary, isn't it funny that the same people that keep arguing,
yes,
religion doesn't matter, are now saying it's an act of God, being religious?
Yes.
So it shows you that religion matters. Senator Adamu also further said that there's nothing to fear. People have the right to fear whatever they fear. And they are very so that I want the whole of Lagos to follow this argument.
Yes.
Because this is going to be one of the most coherent arguments that made on this Muslim ticket thing. And let me be religious by saying this argument is inspired by God. It's an act of God.
Let us be doing God issues now, since that is what it has been. Yes.
No, since they put act of God in it.
Yes.
A research agency called Pew Research, one of the most famous research agencies in the world,
yes,
says that there are 80 countries in the world that officially or unofficially favor one religion. 80 countries in the world. That's a Pew. And people can find these empirical facts. Pew also further made the research that there are 30 countries in the world that constitutionally say that their president must be from one religion. 30 countries in the world.
Yes.
And to further narrow the argument down, in Lebanon, it is constitutionally agreed that the president must be a Maronite Christian. Because there's a balance between Muslims and Christians in Lebanon. In Andorra,
yes,
it is constitutionally agreed the president must be Christian, or the leader, head of state must be Christian.
Yes.
In Thailand, it is agreed the president or head of state must be Buddhist. In Bhutan, it is agreed that the president must be Buddhist.
Well.
In Syria, in 1973, the Syrians wrote a constitution. Syria is a multi-religious nation. There are Christians in Syria. All right?
Yes.
There are Muslims. But in 1973, Syria wrote a constitution that the president or the head of state must be Muslim. In Qatar, Muslim. In Morocco, Muslim. Tunisia, Muslim. In Yemen, Muslim. In Afghanistan, Muslim. All constitutionally recognized. So for some people that says religion doesn't matter. But let me now go back to Syria.
Yes.
Let me tell you how religion matters a great deal. In Syria, there are various sects of Muslims. You know, Muslims, just in Christianity, we have sects. We have Protestants, we have Catholics, we have Anglicans.
Yes.
Just like the same way they have sects in Muslim.
Yes.
The major dominant sects in Syria are the Sunni Muslims. They are about 85% of all the Muslims in Syria. The minority are a group called the Alawites. These Alawite Muslims, they take vestiges of Islam, they mix it with traditional belief, and they also mix it with some parts of Christianity.
Yeah.
And the Sunnis look at them and say they are not, true Muslims, because just like the sects, just like the sects, Christian sects look at each other. How some people still call Pentecostals, Penterastals, and the likes. You get?
Yes.
So, and because of that, Syria now is split and divided between the Alawite sect and the Muslim sect. are the Sunni sects. To show you that even as they said that it is one religion that must be president Muslim, among that one religion, there are still sects fighting themselves. Bashar al-Assad's father is Alawites. Bashar al-Assad is Alawites. Do you know that today the Sunnis, despite the fact that the constitution in Syria says a Muslim must be president, the Sunnis still feel let down and they still feel marginalized. In fact, in Syria today, please, everybody can go and read about this. These are empirical research. There's something called the Sunni question, where the Sunnis feel that most top governmental positions go to people of the Alawite sect rather than the Sunnis. So even as it is one religion constitutionally recognized to be president, that's despite the fact that there are Christians in Syria and the likes. But as it is one Muslim, the both Islamic sects in Syria cannot agree. And one Islamic sect, the Sunnis, still feel marginalized. I think with that argument I have just made, Mary, I have put to rest this religion is not important. See, I wish the APC good luck. The Nigerian people can decide. As an analyst and a commentary, and just to make empirical arguments everywhere. And after these empirical arguments are made, if Nigerians want the Muslim tickets, it's up to them. If they don't want, it's up to them. But I think this is the most comprehensive argument I've made as regards the religion matter and with empirical facts.
To back it up.
And if you want references for this argument, just take Pew Research.
Okay. Now, the former secretary to the government of the Federation, SGF, the person of Engineer Babache Lawa, he said something yesterday, and he's been tackled. The APC camp is tackling him right now. He said he described the Muslim ticket as disastrous, a disastrous error, satanic, adding that Shetima is a northern governor's Greek gift to Tinubu. Using such heavy words that it's a satanic, and this is someone that is like a right-hand man to Tinubu, saying this right now, that it's a error and it's satanic. Is that not huge? But this morning we read in the news that the APC, they've made their decision and it's over. They've made that decision and nobody's going to change it. That's what we saw in the headlines this morning. But I have a question. For you listening to us right now, or for you also. If you were to if you were given this opportunity, for example, like you now are to pick a running mate with this, considering these three factors. Number one, the competence of the person, the religion of the person, and winning the election. Like if I pick this candidate, this person is sure going to help me win the election. Which would you go for? That is, which would you go for now?
If I'm to pick the competence of the person, but I also like to react to Babala.
Okay.
If I'm to pick the competence of the person, I will go for a competent person, also understanding that competence can be found in every religion.
Yes.
Pure and simple. You cannot tell me that there are no competent Christian Muslims that we speak in Nigeria today. I mean, Christian Northerners that speak in Nigeria today. You cannot tell me that. You cannot tell me that. Okay. Speaking of Babacha Lawa.
Yes.
Truth has to be said. Babacha Lawa was former SGF. Nobody knows the entire workings like Babacha Lawa. If he says something, then I think it's in the APC's best interest to listen to him. But let me also tell you something. I don't think the APC should change their decision as regards the Muslim tickets. You know why?
Why?
Because for a man to change for a man to make a decision in the first place, he should know that there are equal and opposite reactions. So it is only brave for them to stay with their Muslim tickets. So most importantly, let the Nigerian people decide. I don't believe nobody should force anybody into changing the decision. For somebody to come out and make his decision, he's put forward arguments. And for him, his arguments are valid. So all of this that everybody is saying change the decision, no. I don't believe you should beg people to change their decision after they make it.
Yes.
It is the Nigerian people now to make their decision. All we can do is to make the public argument. And like I have just made in this argument. So,
okay. Now,
everybody should know that for every decision there are consequences.
Yes, there is. And everybody is shouting that this decision might be faulty. Let's just take a call, then I'll be back to talk to you. Just hold on. We have a call on the line. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, my sister. How are you?
I'm doing great. Good morning to you. What's your name? Where are you calling me from?
This is John Legend. I'm calling from Mission.
Okay, talk to me, John Legend.
This is satanic. From the history of Nigeria, we have not seen a Muslim versus Muslim government states from the Nigeria.
Yes.
So if someone is telling us that it doesn't mean anything, that is how it started with Buhari. It does not mean anything. That is how it started with Boko Haram. That is how it started with all these herdsmen. It does not mean anything. They are carrying their cows. See where we are today. What that is happening to Nigeria today is that it does not mean anything. That is why they are packing our money. Leave him now. The other person pack it all. Why? It does not mean anything. This is not Nigeria we used to know before. Abacha did not do it. But Babangida himself, as a military man, he did not do it. Other people did not do it. Why is it now that it is the same, even if he is a Muslim, it is the same north where this Boko Haram, this herdsmen are attacking Christians since 1991, since 1990, even when I was in North. Muslims have been killing Christians, not as if that it started today. It has been there since 1990. They have been taking upper hand over Christians. They have been killing Christians. Now you want to turn it to a Muslim versus Muslim. Who will defend the Christians? If they don't want it like this, let Nigeria separate the Christians and separate the Muslims. Let the Muslims lose themselves. Let the Christians lose themselves.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your opinion. We have another caller on the line. Good morning, Ambassador Mushba.
Good morning, Mary.
Good to hear from you today. Talk to me.
I want to appeal to the engineer to do something about this line. You know, when Rufai Oseni was speaking, was breaking.
Okay.
I don't know what is happening to me right now. So Gina should listen and just do something. We want to have smooth hearing.
Okay. We'll do
something.
something.
Good morning to everybody.
Yeah, good morning.
For me, Mary,
yes.
I'm an engineer first. And nobody can tell me religion does not matter. It matters much because that's how we find ourselves. But at the same time, no matter what, no matter the situation we find ourselves, let us promote unity first. Even the politicians are trying to divide us. I think the constitution, we should just call on the National Assembly to do something, whether to put in the law right now that 4 years, Christian must rule. 4 years, Christian must rule. Is that how we want it? I think you should balance it, but for now, I'm not sure the constitution protects all of this. So this is why I want someone like Shore to move into National Assembly. Most of them are like, move to the senator. They can correct what is happening. Okay? So that is why the National Assembly have a lot of role to play on this issue. Yesterday, someone called me internationalist. They call me Muslim. You have a voice. How can they have about two? Is it only two Christian and Muslim in Nigeria? How about we traditionalists? Hello? Is how about we traditionalists? We have to say in Nigeria. I say, don't worry. I will pass your message too. Look, we need to be careful. Let us be one force. And the National Assembly will pass it our constitution so something can be done. In a game without rules. In a game without rules. In a football match without referee. What do you expect? So that's what's happened. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much for your contribution. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. We have another call on there. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, voice of the people.
Yes, thank you for joining us today. What's your name? Where are you calling me from?
My name is Gabriel Agil, calling from Benue State. Mm.
Okay, good. Welcome. Talk to us.
Yeah, the topic today is a nice one. I heard Rufai say that the religion it doesn't matter. It matters a lot.
Hmm.
In Nigeria is a secular state. You understand?
Yes.
Nigeria is a secular state, and if you pair Christian and Muslim, I believe even maybe Christian are more than Muslim in Nigeria. But just like people who are too stubborn, let me just put it that way. I know it's not good on radio, but I know there are some group of people that are too stubborn. That is why you are hearing about Muslim all the time.
Yeah.
Christians are busy. They are not really putting their hand much into politics for a long time now. And it's like our leader, our Christian leader, they don't teach us what we're supposed to know on time. They will tell you politics is a dirty game, politics is that, politics is this, not knowing that they are selling our birthright to evil ones. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And so we left politics in the hands of those people that cannot think.
Mm.
We left politics in the hands of people that cannot make wave. They cannot develop the nation. The only thing they're after is that religion, just to subdue, just to subject you into evil thing that they want. If they want to kill you, they kill you. Okay, let's take this now. Muslim has been ruling for 8 years now. What is the differences? What we see most now is death, killing, Boko Haram, bandits. They can enter your room, kill you at any time. Isn't it Muslims that are ruling? Therefore, yesterday in your program, I wanted to call, but it was not possible. Somebody was saying that Muslim is this. Is it not Muslim and Christian that are ruling? And that what has Christian done to stop this? That he's talking about Osibanjo.
Yes.
But Osibanjo has been pocketed. Osibanjo has been pocketed. Osibanjo is just like a tree in forest. In the whole of the house, it's only Muslims that are there. How do you expect Osibanjo to express his opinion? In fact, most times they use outside communication. Osibanjo cannot understand them.
Okay.
So if Muslim as a leader cannot solve the problem, is it the vice president that can solve the problem? So I was very annoyed about that day.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give opportunity.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Religion is very matter. It matters a lot.
Okay, thank you so much for your contribution. We just have a few minutes left. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. I have a question for you this morning. I said that if you are given... Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Okay, thank you for calling. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Yeah, my name is Shidon. I'm calling from Oshodi, Lagos.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I want to speak about this topic this morning.
Yes.
Concerning APC and their Muslim ticket.
Yes.
Please, what I want to ask Nigerians is to not making APC to be too popular.
Mm.
We are talking about APC as if we don't have other party.
Yes.
It is an opportunity for us to vote. It's an opportunity for us to say no. We have our PVCs. So let them, their mistake is for our own favor. As long as you have other parties, select the people that you want. I don't want to talk about the person I'm voting because campaign has not started, but all of us knows that somebody's mistake can be for our own good. What I see is that APC wants to divide the youth, because youth, we are united. Both Muslims and Christians, we are united. But APC, they want us to be talking and thinking about religion, Christian, Muslim. Who have they helped? Like somebody said about Osibanjo, the vice president, he has been there as a Christian, but surrounded with all the Muslims as executive. So the fear of the Christians as well is that when they have Muslim, in fact, APC is not going to win, but if they win and they have Muslim as a president and Muslim as a vice president, they will appoint all the executive, all the people, Muslim. And before you know it, there's nothing that the Christians will think. There's no decision that will favor the Christians in Nigeria. If somebody make a decision and a suggestion that Nigeria will make a law for 4 years for Christians, 4 years for Muslims, that is not done in anywhere in anywhere in the world. If you do that, that means the 4 years, the Christians will take decisions against the Muslims. The next 4 years, the Muslims will take decisions against the Christians.
Okay.
What kind of nation are you trying to create?
Okay, thank you very much for your contribution. Let's see if we can take another call. Hello, good morning, Mr. Badejo. Good to have you on the program. Good to
hello, good morning.
Yes.
Yes, please, somebody has said earlier, please tell your engineer that the line is breaking.
Okay.
He should do something about it.
Yes, we will do something.
Yes, I must tell you the truth of this APA decision to pick a Muslim. I think Nigerians are not really happy about it, especially the Christians. We all know that Nigeria is a secular state.
Yes.
And already divided on religious line, ethnic and political lines already. Therefore, going ahead against the people's decision to pick a running mate, I think is and to me it is going to boomerang against the APC.
Yes.
I'm very sure of that. We have many Christians in this country. You can't really say who of the religion is many, and it's like that they are almost equal in religion and Christian and Muslim. So to me, it's going to work against them. And as for Babasha, what Babasha has actually said, I think is valid. The man has already said the right thing. Picking a wrong picking a Muslim is the worst thing that ever happened to APC. I wish them all the best. Good morning and have a nice day.
Good morning. Thank you so much for calling. Let's take some comment from our YouTube channel. Remember that you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can watch us live wherever you are in the world and participate on the program. Now, I have a comment here from James Lincoln. He says, we all need to acknowledge and admit the fact that one Nigeria is a scam. No one is Nigeria. It's just an artificial identity. We are not Nigerians. Okay, that's what James Lincoln is saying from our YouTube channel. We have a nation in location, 419 called Nigeria. That's your opinion. Thank you so much for your contribution. Let's see if we can take one last call. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Thank you so much for joining. We just have a few seconds.
All right, to me, I think we need to change our orientation about this religion of the thing. For me, I'm not after Muslim tickets or Muslim tickets. I just need someone, or let me say, people that will deliver, that will give us a good country.
Okay, thank you so much. Someone that can deliver. You're not after religion. Thank you so much for being part of the program. Remember, tomorrow, God willing, we'll be here for another episode. You can join us live tomorrow by 7 o'clock. I'll be here, God willing. So thank you so much for being part of the program. This is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM.